Happy Sunday. Welcome to another week in my quarantine life. So it is 10 o'clock right now, 10 a.m. I've been up for about, an hour. I had like the weirdest dream. Like I've been having the strangest dreams lately. Like they're very vivid and they're very just weird. Anyone else? The quarantine is making us all go like freaking nuts. Woke up with a bit of a hangover. I had way too much wine last night and we had Aperol spritzes. So if you guys didn't see my last week's quarantine video, you can see the little fun date night that we did on the last night of that week. I like Aperol spritzes because, you know, we love our Aperol spritzes and hadn't found Aperol in so freaking long. And we opened up a nice bottle of red wine and FaceTimed with our friends for a little while. So yeah, I woke up feeling it a bit today. So I'm just doing a little face mask. Just because I have so many face masks I need to get through. I probably should take this off now. Just actually sitting here drinking my coffee and watching my all-time favorite YouTuber, Laura Blair. I've been following her for years. She's amazing. I love her style and all that jazz, but she got coronavirus pretty bad. And so she uploaded a video the other day, it's like 45 minutes long, basically talking about her experience with it, and it's wild. Like, I think the reason why I'm so fascinated in this is because she is young, she's about my age, she's healthy, you know, she was athletic when she was younger, and she's still, oh my god, that pillow's so ugly. Still pretty athletic now, and just how she describes the experience was absolutely crazy. So if you guys want to watch her video and listen to her story, I'll put the link to that video in the description box. It's so crazy, and if you think that coronavirus is not a big deal, that it can't affect you because you're young and healthy, I hate to tell you, but it could.
I was literally not saying anything. I was like, guys, I'm gonna go, I don't feel right. And the whole illness kind of shifted, and it was no longer the same as what I had the previous week. It had taken on a whole new thing of its own, and I just was like laying there and I was like, it wasn't a shortness of breath in the same way it was last week. It was like, it was as if my lungs had clouded over. Like if I breathed, it was like that kind of noise. Like it was very cloudy, and I was just like lying there like, this isn't right.
I put on makeup, I put on makeup, I put on makeup, my camera doesn't like to focus. Okay, so I put on makeup and an actual outfit, and I'm gonna shoot a little bit more photos before these beautiful pink roses die that I bought specifically to take photos with. So it should be interesting. I'm like trying so many different weird Photoshop type things, and this is one thing that I've seen other people do, so I'm gonna try to recreate my own version. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need earrings. No. I hope you guys hear my neighbors.
Basically what I'm doing here is I've set up the backdrop and my tripod, my ring light, and these studio softbox lights. And my DSLR can hook up to my iPad and to my iPhone, and I can control the camera with it. So basically would look at that every couple of times, make sure I like the shot, and keep trying different little poses and whatnot till I got something that I thought was cute. And you see me trying all these different things. Next, I just go ahead and stick my arm in the shot, make sure that the rose is in focus. I did take a couple out of focus just for like a cool effect, which you'll see in a second. But you just want to take a bunch of these pictures with your hand in the shot with the flower or whatever object you're going to do. And just take a lot, because the more, the better. That way you have a lot to work with and go from all different angles and directions, and that way you have plenty of images and you're not short.
So I think in these weekly vlogs, I want to give you some value in them. I don't want to just like show you all the boring, mundane stuff that I do, although maybe sometimes that's fun to see, but I want to try to like show you guys some of the stuff that I do every week, and let's get this week going.
Okay, so I go into Photoshop and I set the dimensions for a portrait image in Instagram. And then I got this aesthetic backdrop off of Google. I just sort of Googled aesthetic backdrop and I liked this pink one, and I placed it on there. Next, I grabbed the original image, and I just felt like this white backdrop was kind of boring. So I used the object selection tool to grab myself out of the photograph. And any day now. Object selection tool. Now I drag that picture of me over onto my background. As you can see, it grabbed some of the wall, so I just used the eraser to get rid of that very carefully, because when I tried to use the background eraser, it erased part of my dress. Anyway, next you're going to take your flower images that you took one by one, use the object selection tool, grab them, bring them over to your image, resize them to a correct size. I added a drop shadow to everything to just kind of give it a more realistic look. And you're just going to kind of repeat this over and over again with the images that you took of whatever object it is. In my case, obviously it's roses, but you could do this with so many things if you get creative with it. I've seen people do it with like bananas and like all different types of fun stuff. This is like a really cute idea, I think. So yeah, you just keep on adding till you're happy and keep adding those drop shadows, and voila, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get back into my loungewear now that I've shot this look. Thank you, Revolve, for this dress, and our couch is so creaky. Good morning, happy Monday. It's almost 8 o'clock. I have the weekly Zoom meeting for one of my social media clients in about 30 minutes that I have to hop on for an hour. So I'm just enjoying my coffee, gonna put on some news, set a YouTube video live because it's Monday, y'all. And this is the one that's going live today is my first quarantine vlog. So if you all haven't checked out my other quarantine vlogs, before this one, I will put the playlist with all of them down in the description box if you just want to see what my life is like in these crazy times. Go ahead and get a little bit of work done so that by the time I'm done with my staff meeting at about 10 or about 9:30, I'm gonna go change and get that workout gear on, sweat it out, clean this nasty hair, and then get back to it.
There we go, 2, 1, now let's step it up. We're gonna go sumo squat. You're staying down the whole time. Ready? Let's go. Step curl, step curl.
Whew. Skincare is on. I am glowing. I'm just heating up leftovers for lunch. I made this really good green curry vegetable salmon dish last night. I was pretty impressed with myself, and it wasn't that hard. Comment down below if you want like a video of like healthy, good quarantine recipes. I'm just gonna also pour myself a little bit of this Suja green juice that I bought at the store. I think this has been in some of my other stay-at-home vlogs. It's $10 at the grocery store, and honestly it's $10 well spent because I like to make sure that I get all my greens in the day, and sometimes I feel like when I'm at home, I'm not always eating the healthiest that I could be eating, and so this, if I have a glass of this a day, I know I at least had something. But I am really trying to be healthy again. I've been drinking a lot of wine. They're in my glassware cabinet. I'm gonna turn on the light. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to rein it back in, try to get back on a healthy track. I noticed, because yesterday I was editing my first vlog, quarantine vlog, that the audio was kind of messed up because my Canon G7X Mark II that I used to vlog is kind of busted. It has been through things, y'all. Like, I have taken it all over the world, all over the place, and just kind of abused it, probably. But also I think it's a design flaw, because basically, you know, if you guys are familiar, a lot of YouTubers use this camera, and I'm really not sure why it's so popular, because anyway, it has a little flip screen that flips up the back, but there's two little screws that screw it into the back of the camera, and they started to get loose. And I lost one, and I had one in, but Nate kind of like taped it down a little bit so that like I could just get the screws to replace it. But apparently it's really hard to find those screws, and Canon is not very like forthcoming about what kind of screws they are and where to buy them. It's super annoying. They basically want you to send your camera to them to have them put in screws for like $200, which your girl's not going to do. So I found some screws, replacement screws for it on eBay, so those are coming soon, hopefully. This is just a side note. If you're looking for a good vlogging camera, I don't recommend the G7X Mark II. I know a lot of people love it, but I find that it's really hard. It doesn't always focus on me. Like, you guys will see in my vlogs a lot of times I'm out of focus, and it's like the autofocus really blows, at least on mine. Maybe other people have better ones, but I've heard some other people have the same issue. And it's kind of an expensive camera for like what you get. So as soon as I can justify replacing this vlogging camera and getting a different one, I will definitely do that. This one, I can't stand it. So if you guys have a different vlogging camera that you really like, please comment below, because I would love to start researching. It is now 1:15. I'm done with lunch. I'm like breaking out so bad right now too, by the way. I never break out like this. Anyway, I got a package in the mail, so I thought I'd do a little mini Shein haul because I just got like a couple things. It's not gonna be big enough to do a whole dedicated haul for. One of the items I got was this bag, which is super cute. It's just like this little shoulder bag. These bags were pretty big back in the 90s. They're back now. This one was only $8. So for $8 to just have something that's like gonna be the trend probably for the next year or two, who knows, I think that is a great price to pay. I also got a set of 3 pairs of gold hoops because I'm obsessed with gold hoops right now, and they're really chunky. I wanted some chunky ones, so these are like the biggest size. See how chunky they are. They're really lightweight. They're I think they're hollow inside, so they look like they'd be really heavy, but they're not. They're like the medium size ones that come, and they're just as chunky. Then these are the smallest ones that come in the pack. And these are so cute too, and they're also very, very chunky, but they're smaller. I also got another pair of hoops that I put on, and these are so cute. They're like, let's see if we can focus. They're very kind of dainty, and they kind of have this like woven look to them. I also got this face mask, which I saw on their website and I was really intrigued by. I like that the little things that go over your ears are adjustable. You can tighten them to your own face, but you put it on and then it's kind of like a neck scarf too. So it's got this, and you would just like tie it around your neck, and it's kind of fashionable. I like it. It also comes in pink and black. The thing I will say is the fabric of the face mask is definitely not that thick. I think this is more for looks. If you really wanted to wear it, you probably needed to wear another mask, like a real mask underneath this. It's cute. It was only a couple dollars, so I'm not like too upset. Just wish that this part, the face mask, they would have made this like a solid cotton and not this like gauzy stuff, but it's Shein. What can you do? The last thing I'm actually wearing right now, so I'm gonna pick you up. So I got this well, it's kind of a matching set. They don't come together. I found them separately on the website, but the fabric is the same fabric, so it works. But this is like a little like long sleeved t-shirt, I guess you would say. I mean, I think it's meant to be kind of a sweatshirt too, but it's not thick. It's more of like a t-shirt, and it's long sleeved. It's got these little winking eyes, and then I got these sweatpants. I was looking for so long for a cute tie-dye matching set that was not too expensive, and this one's great because I think the pants are $18 and the top is $8. So I snagged it because I wanted it. They're just so fun and bright. So if you guys want to shop my little mini Shein haul, then I'll put the links to all this stuff in the description box, and I'll also put a coupon code that I have that you can use to save some money. My roses are still holding up that I got last week. They're so pretty. Wow, people are out without their shirts on. Is it like summertime? I put on makeup. We're leaving the house. We're gonna drive and shoot. I have to say, it is strangely comforting to be on the freeway because it feels like normal. It feels like normal life. It's the ocean! Took us less than 50 minutes to get somewhere that normally would have taken us.
It's 35 to get to the beach.
Yeah, but we've driven farther up the road. To get to this point, it would have taken like
Not even an hour yet.
yeah, taken so long. It's torture to come to the beach and you can't get out and go and put your toes in the water. But at least we get to see it. It's El Matador Beach, which is my favorite beach. And they have it blocked off. You can't park. How much farther are we gonna drive?
I don't know, that's a good question. How far do you want to go?
Safe from the tide on your little rock? Good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday. Pretty sure it's Wednesday. I have to say, I braided my hair the other day after the shower thinking that I would come out with like beautiful heatless mermaid hair, and basically the look that I got was Hermione. Last night we had an earthquake and I haven't looked up to see how big of a magnitude it was. I'm gonna do that right now. Wow, 3.7. That's not a tiny one. Definitely felt it. I was like sitting here and like I started feeling it shaking and I like assumed the position to like get up and like, you know, stop, drop, and cover. It's basically the first time I've ever done that for an earthquake, because normally when there's an earthquake I just sit there like frozen in fear. At least I almost got to the point where I did what I was supposed to do.
Okay, so I think I've mentioned before that this camera is my vlogging camera and I'm not exactly the most thrilled about it. I kind of wish I could replace it, but kind of have to keep it around during these times because the budget is tight. But one of the things I don't love about it is this design. Screen is held up by two tiny freaking screws, one of which, this one, fell out a long time ago. And this other one on the other side fell out more recently, so I've been holding it in place with tape and it's really been killing my audio. So I ordered some screws, replacement screws on eBay. I'm gonna see if I can install these and fix my damn camera. Gosh, these are tiny. One down, one to go. This takes some patience for sure. Success. And now it's all nice and fixed. I think I'll just keep this around, so every so often I'll just tighten these up because they will get loose. So if you have this camera and you haven't had it for very long, just be aware that these screws can get loose, so it's good every so often to give them a little tightening up so that you don't lose them, because they're not cheap screws to replace and they're not very easy to find either. So
I have been beyond tired today. Beyond. But now we're making dinner. It's out there on the grill. You on the grill, honey? You the grill master? Grill it. Like using the Instapot for the ribs instead of putting them in the oven. This takes them a much shorter amount of time. Now I have the easy job today. I literally dumped a bag of frozen food into this skillet and now it's gonna cook. I have zero to give tonight. All right, we're about to have a moment of truth. Made with organic grapes, and they changed the label to make it look a little bit nicer than the regular $2 chuck. That's why I bought it. $2 chuck rosé. It's kind of sweet. Oh god, it's really sweet. Not my favorite, but you know what? Times are tough. I'm gonna drink it. Wow, honey, smells good.
Yours is on the left, mine's on the right, but we're gonna have a little bit of each. But this is Sweet Baby Ray's, more sweeter, and this is my Kansas City style.
Oh yeah. Guys, this face mask thing better be done by the time it gets really hot outside, because this is gonna be freaking torture when it's like 100 degrees outside. No, thank you. I'm gonna drive my car today because I haven't driven my car in like a month. Does it start? Yes. Do I remember how to drive my own car? Here we go. We had a Friday emergency. We ran out of wine. So we're walking down to the liquor store to get more. Yes, we ran out of cheap wine. We have lots of nice wine and we don't want to necessarily open tonight. It's not that kind of night. Friday night traffic. Kind of non-existent. Nobody's at the baked potato. April, hopefully. Yeah, right.
Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!